Good evening, race fans, and welcome along to the 2020 Hardee's National Series at the Round of Memphis. Ian Dutta on pole, points leader BBJ. On the outside, you got third place in points, Alex Benyako starting third. Jeffrey White, though, long ways back in terms of the runner-up spot in the point standings. A close championship battle, and only a few races to go as we're green here at Memphis. Through turns 1 and 2, Ian Dutta rockets away with the race lead. Alex Benyako, though, trying to tuck into second. Williams on the bottom, and that inside line already giving us an indicator of which line will be the dominant line here at Memphis. It's only the end of lap 1, but we already have an indicator, as you can see. Brandon Cresta, huge dive to the inside. He's going to try and look for that 5th position on Hannah Allen's number 0 car, and Brandon Cresta looking for some good momentum coming into 2021. Remember, he will be up with CM Racing in the Hardee's National Series. A big upgrade for him in his opinion. And we could see Brandon Cresta up front in a lot more factual manner in terms of representing the Chevy camp. It's a lone deal for them and Roush family, but Jack Porkins, though, trying to also put himself into the top 10. Jeffrey White on the move with Logan Cloud marching in right behind him. You also got Cole Baker, who started very well in this race, just a little bit outside the top 10, falling a little bit backwards. Sebastian Kukulon trying to move his way forwards. Meanwhile, though, a couple drivers trying to advance their way forwards. We're going to expect a lot of comers and goers, short run and long run cars alike, as Porkins just not able to get the exit off of turn number 2. Not going to be able to pass Hannah Allen, but she's going to try and fight back on the outside of Brandon Cresta's number 90. And she's not going to be able to get it, but Crest is going to get the power down. But you see the top 4, though, running away single file. Make that 6 cars single file, while the rest of the field, though, doubling it out right behind them. Scott Roush and Noah Hart making it 3 wide on Jack Porkins. They're double teaming that number 41. And into turn number 3, Hart's in the middle, Roush on the bottom, and who will slide up the hill? That's going to be Jack Porkins, and he's going to lose out a ton because of that. And Roush and Hart are both going to claw their way past him with ease. Logan Cloud going to try and find a way to the bottom, but Lane Sanders says, "I'm right there, Sonny. Here I go." But not able to off of turn 2, but he's going to get the momentum into turn number 3. Lane Sanders trying to get himself upwards here, trying to get to that 13th position. There's Jack Halleck in car number 94. Welcome back to the Hardee's National Series, my friend. It's going to be in that 94 car for the remainder of the 2020 season, and this is a good setup for the Hydra organization in terms of their full lineup for 2021, as he'll be with that team full time. You see Edward Ziemba not having the best run right now. It's only lap 7, but you see Sean Angel nudging him out of the way, and Sean Angel on a mission right now. He started way far back. Cole Baker looking to make it 3 wide. On that number 17, Strigley's down the bottom, a big send into the first corner, and Strigley's looking to get past the 2 of them, all for that 18th spot. Ziemba takes slaps the turn 2 wall, and that's going to allow Samuel England and the gang to really pounce on that IK9 machine. Samuel England, how about that for car number 23 on a mission as well. S3 Motorsports really struggling here in the Hardee's National Series, but right now Samuel England giving them a great representation right now, running in that 20th position. Ross Jackson on the move as well in car number 25. He started dead last in this race, and it's only lap number 9. He's going to be up towards that 20th spot, and Ross Jackson already proving he's got one of the better cars of the day. Got that car up to tuned and up to temperature in terms of those Goodyear tires, and he's gotten himself into a great rhythm in car number 25. Brandon Cresta has lost a few positions, but he's still holding his ground really well over Sebastian Kukul and Anthony Marchese. But look at the grip Marchese gets off of turn number 2. Into 3, he's going to go later on the brakes. And just let's see who gets the better center off. It's going to be Anthony Marchese off of 4. Sean Angel's going to follow in hot pursuit, and Sean Angel has now reached into the top 10. That's a ferocious Wobble House number 44. As Crest is going to chop off Sebastian Kukul on Noah Hart, looking to try and peek his way inside the top 10. Lane Sanders getting passed by Logan Cloud and Jack Halleck about, and you see more cars tucked to that bottom side. Jack Porkins stuck up towards the top, and the battle outside that top 10 getting really intense here. Joseph Strigley has been sending it in every corner. He knows he's got a good car in the entrance, And let's see what he can get off of turn number 2, as Lane Sanders is going to be stuck up high. Ross Jackson, though, he's going to have a good run to set up Strigley into the corner. Gonna back it up, though, into turn number 3. He's going to be very patient with that 25 car. Cole Baker getting around Jack Watkins. Edward Ziemba not having a strong run, as we noted earlier. He's going to have to hope for some adjustments after he hit that wall. Off of turn number 2, Julio Caesar just outside the top 20. Well, Gus, RJ Bishop not having a great day so far, so a lot of these drivers trying to move themselves forwards here in this race, and we expect the tires to really kick in, so we'll see some drivers manage their tires well, and some maybe not as lucky or not as good, as Tim Fiegel navigates his way around Jeffrey White for the 6th position. Marchese's gonna follow the leader basically behind Fiegel and follow in the footsteps to try and take that spot away from White as well. Jeffrey White, though, needing to gain ground on Bradley Bishop Jr., who's currently 3rd in this race right now. And White losing a few spots like that, that's not really going to help him in this championship fight, especially with such a little deficit. Good run off of turn 2, and Anthony Marchese's going to go for it down into turn 3. And looks like Fiegel messes up the corner, washes up the track. And here goes the Kellogg's machine. Marchese on a mission. Very good season for car number 9. That win they finally got this year, and for Anthony Marchese, the driver has really upped the ante and the confidence for this Rodriguez team. They haven't looked as quick as that of Fisher Motorsports in terms of the win count and maybe even the pace, but this 9 team has really showed a lot of great consistency for that number 9, and Marchese could be a dark horse for this championship. Noah Hart could also be a dark horse in this championship, just a little bit outside that top 10, running in that 11th spot. We could see these Toyotas get on an uprise coming into 2021, because so far they've been getting hotter and hotter as the season and races have winded down. Brandon Crasta's car has fallen off a cliff. You noted where he started in the top 10. He has dropped almost outside the top 20, and actually is outside the top 20, with Julio Caesar passing him. Will Goss making a move down on the inside. That's going to be an easy spot. And RJ Bishop's going to try and pounce on him down into turn number 1. Tim Foster's going to follow in right behind and file in behind that number 99 to see if he can get a free position away off of turn 2 and into turn number 3. Vance Convo running in 30th. The Texan car is really struggling in this race so far, so they're hoping to get up there in terms of picking up their pace. Edward Ziemba having an uncharacteristically bad day in the 25th position, so that IK9 machine might have missed the setup here compared to Anthony Marchese, so they've got a lot of work to do. Daniel Day 36, Ellison 37, Coven Black 38, and you got the Texan cars of Williams and Codwell in 29th and 30th, so a couple of teams are really struggling at this racetrack. Flying Aces, though, seemingly, you noted with Guerrera, or really with Jackson on the move, he's really found this track and really gotten used to the race, so great run for him. Angel, though, making a move down to the inside into turn number 3 on his teammate. Can he get him off 4 is the big question. He's got the momentum down the front stretch. Can he clear him into turn number 1? A late braking maneuver into the first corner. And Sean Angel with a swift pass into turn number 1 past Tim Fiegel to fully clear him for that 7th spot. Ian Dutta approaching lap traffic for the first time today. He's going to easily get around Sean Ard out the inside groove, and Arn just waves him by, and Dutta's going to say thank you very much. Great race for Ian Dutta so far, minding his P's and Q's. Benyako getting himself into rhythm. BBJ keeping the consistency up with Williams, Allen, and Marchese not too far behind. Sean Angel closing in on those 3 cars in front of him. But meanwhile, Noah Hart, loosening Sebastian Kukulon out of the groove, and here he goes down to the inside. Noah Hart's on the prowl, trying to finally put himself into the top 10. Jack Halleck also having a splendid race so far. Logan Cloud, Ross Jackson also closing on these guys. And Sebastian Kukulon on that upper groove. That's not where you want to be. And Jack Halleck is going to easily get by him if he can get that exit speed off the corner. Jack Halleck, as we noted, will be running this 94 car for the remainder of the season. And so far, he's putting on a great impression for the Hydra organization, showcasing that veteran experience and that leadership that might be needed within that team as well, and that could be the right way in terms of getting your team upwards here in the Hardee's National Series. They could be a team to look out for. Hart with another good run off of turn 2. He's got to move underneath Jeffrey White. This 12 car is a lightning fast machine, as here he goes down the inside. He is perfecting these exit runs perfectly. and he's just gonna get him off of turn number 4, just to be redundant in terms of perfection. That was a brilliant move on Noah Hart's part, as Jeffrey White's gonna drop to the 10th spot. Halleck now attacking that 11 car. White not looking as good in this run here, and Halleck and Cloud have closed in as a result. Corey Williams, though, he's getting swept up by Tim Fiegel and a couple of others. Anthony Marchese, though, now wanting to make a move to the inside, couldn't get there. We've got it looks like a caution on the racetrack. Tim Foster slow here in the back stretch, or really the front stretch, and it might be a tire down for car number 27, but as a result, it's gonna bunch the field up, and we're gonna get ourselves a restart. Tim Foster was running 19th at the time he had that issue, and it really just slowed him down, and the tire was so deflated for him, he just couldn't get that car to full speed or minimum speed, and the caution was brought out as a result. And actually, you just saw in the background, Cloud had damage. Let's see what happened to him. He probably hit the back end of somebody's car when they were stacking up coming into the pit lane. So, you see coming off of turn 2, everybody's checking up, I think trying to give themselves space. Jeffrey White just stops and nowhere to go for Logan Cloud. Sebastian Kukulon gets a little snippet of it as well, and a little bit of contact upbound here. That's what happens when everybody's stacked up. See, everybody's trying to come down pit road, but nobody else not really running into each other to give enough severe damage. But for Logan Cloud, that's going to be a huge disadvantage in terms of aerodynamics. Though it's a short track, anything could happen for this Ford team. They could still get themselves a solid top 20 finish, but we're going to have to wait and see how much of an impact that damage has. Ian Dutta will lead the field down for the restart. He's been the force to beat and the force to be reckoned with so far. He's held a great lead. Can he do it again? And back through the gears we go. What a great start by Ian Dutta. He's off and away. And can he clear the lap traffic? No, he can't. And Tim, huge dive bomb into the first corner. He's trying to get back on the lead lap. And with that determination and grit, that certainly could be the way to go. Tim Foster trying to find something down on the inside. These lap cars have the right to try and fight the lead lap cars as long as they don't bring out a caution or cause the wreck. But Tib Foster, though, he's going to be able to clear him into turn number 1. What a move by Tib. And that's going to help Dutta a ton. Carter trying to clear Dutta as well as they slide up the hill. BBJ all the way down the bottom. Tib's going down pit road. He's got an issue. All the way down through the grass. He overcooked it. Can he get there? No, and what a slam into the pit wall. Goes Tib Foster, and out of the race he's going to go. And what looked like the slightest glimmer of hope for that 27 car of getting back on the lead lap and in contention for a solid finish ends up in shambles. You see White and BBJ down pit road. I think White's actually got a damage glitch on the screen, so camera work not looking as pretty, but BBJ, you saw him get some damage on the right side. The matter at hand is it critical on that number 45? If it's not, he might be lucky and might skate free from that impact there on the right side, but that is huge championship implications on both the 45 and the 11. I think Tib knew he had an issue though right as he just got past them and had to come down pit road, but it was so frantic he just made a mistake and just slammed the pit wall. And BBJ was just so unlucky with the right side, but I think he's lucky it didn't really get the right front of that car, because if he did, that car would have been absolutely obliterated. And that would have probably ended his day, but BBJ though, I think he might be able to keep on going. Jeffrey White, though, might not be as lucky in terms of when the caution came out. We're going to have to wait and see what timing and scoring you're going to have and what the officials are going to rule as a result. Hannah Allen, Cole Baker stayed out. Ian Dutta and a good amount of others came in for fuel only. Alex Benyako, though, the first car to take 4 tires, and those behind him in the same strat as well. BBJ was very lucky he didn't get called for entering a closed pit. He had come down pit road right as the caution waved, so he was past the cone and past that line where you were able to get your pit stop. Jeffrey White, though, not as fortunate, all the way down in 39th, so he's got a lot of work to do. Hannah Allen, though, will lead the way, and hoping that Carter Friesen doesn't make a dive bomb here. The green flag back in the air, and Hannah Allen with another excellent start this time around. She's going to be the one to lead the way. And Carter's going to dive it into the first corner and almost swept Hannah Allen out as a result. And Carter Friesen's going to try and fight every ounce away in that Tame the Beast car in order to put himself on the lead lap. He's hoping for a quick yellow like that Tib Foster incident and he's gonna get the nose off of turn number 4. Can he get her across that line? Yes, he will, but into turn number 1, Carter's gonna dive it in. He's gonna clear her off of turn 2, and Carter frees him back on the wing lap just like that, but is gonna have to hold on for dear life because Hannah Allen's gonna fight right back to re-lap him. Cole Baker, though, trying to get away from Sean Ard's number 77 because PJ Williams is shoving the living crud out of that Jasper car. Ian Dutta stuck up top. Cal Farrell running in the 5th position, but that might be short-lived because Garrett Sinner with a huge send into turn number 1. He's looking for that 5th spot. There is Nicholas Carrera. He's going to be sitting in a 3-wide situation. Corey's looking all the way down to the bottom. A big send into the corner. Corey's going to try and get 2 birds with 1 stone and maybe make it 3 if he can clear that 31, and he will. And Corey Williams on the move down to the inside of that 63 of Sidner. Sidner gives space. He washes up the hill, still 3 wide behind him. As Farrell's going to slap the wall. Big save off of 2 as they make contact all across the backstretch. Jackson making it 3 wide, Strigley making it 3 wide, but he backed off of there. They actually almost went 4 wide off of turn 4, and that could have been scary and sketch. Coming into this first corner, all of these guys stacked up. Contact there. Big saves by both the 41 and the 22 as Strigley washes up the track. Porkins does as well, and Porkins got the worst end of that. He clipped that wall into turn 1. They're still 3 wide. Daniel Day, Julio Caesar, all going at it. RJ Bishop on the bottom as well. These guys so aggressive here in this restart. They are certainly knowing the laps are winding down. They've got to get up there ASAP. They know track position is key as Strigley makes a move, trying to make a move down the inside, but couldn't on Julio Caesar as Vance Conwell's going to move down in the bottom. Sanders moving down in the bottom. Crest is still trying to put himself into the top 20 as Strigley navigates his way around Julio Caesar's number 28. But this midfield just crazy here. As Jack Halleck almost made it 3 wide. He thought about it for a moment, but he decided not to there. These guys just so aggressive. They all want to climb up into that top 10. And Hart trying to find something. Marchese trying to get around the Flying Aces cars. Sean Angel looking to get around teammate Tim Fiegel for the 6th position. And looks like he'll be able to. That is actually for 7th, excuse me, as Alex Bignacco. Remember, he's the first car on 4 tires coming to the restart. That's no longer the case, because these AFRT cars are flying up here. Noah Hart using Ard as a pick as he washes up the hill. And here comes Noah Hart as well. The Toyotas are starting to put themselves in a good position. The AFRT cars are putting themselves in a great position as well. James Ellison trying to get around Ross Jackson's number 25. As right behind him, they're getting scattery all over. Strigley again making it 3 wide. Conwell in the middle. Ziemba up top. And Cal Farrell looking like a sitting duck out there as he's getting sworn by these drivers on new tires. And I think it really comes to show the age of these new tires have and the difference of grip they have as well as Strigley continue to move his way forward. These guys, it's only lap 54, but these guys are racing like it's the last lap. But right now, though, it's Hannah Allen in control. Jeffrey White trying to claw his way up towards the top 20. He just got around Lane Sanders as Sanders continuing to drop back here, getting challenged by teammate Diego Yepes. Jack Porkins not running too well. Even the Curtis Racing cars really struggling here, with the exception of Corey Williams. As there's Garrett Sidner down the inside. We've got a caution on the racetrack here. We're going to have to see what happened, but another stack up here at Memphis as it's Hannah Allen still in command. Cole Baker running an impressive 2nd, and Ian Dutta in 3rd. So this happened with Jack Halleck and Peter Ondrick. They collided into turn 3 and just a wallop into the outside wall, and Peter Ondrick got sandwiched between the 94 and the outside wall, and he basically got the worst end of the stick. Jack Halleck got shuffled on that restart, and as a result, he's going to be all the way back there, as if he's already back there enough. It is Cole Baker that will be leading us down for the green flag. He beat Hannah Allen off pit road. Splendid stop from Hydra, and that puts him in prime position to potentially upset here tonight. Pace car is off once again. Hannah Allen, though, going to be hot on her heels to try and chase down Cole Baker, and Cole Baker can get a good restart. He's in good hands. Green flag back in the air. Baker not with the best of starts. Carter's going to try and get down to the inside and sweep by him, but Hannah Allen looking for a gap on the inside. She's looking there, and Baker has to slip off the corner. Corey Williams looking to make it 3 wide for the race lead. but Cole Baker shuts the door on Sean Hard, and he's gonna be able to fend him off for now. Cole Baker off to the races. Williams getting swarmed by BBJ, Alex Benyako way down the bottom, and BBJ has to react to it. Sean Angel weeps low, and there's Tim Fiegel as well, but they're all trying to get around Sean Hard's number 77, once again seeming to be rather repetitive out here as Benyako looks inside. Williams stuck on the top side, hoping that outside line momentum kicks in for that number 14. And down the backstretch they're gonna go, and Benyako's gonna have to shove this Jasper machine out of the way if he wants to have a shot at this win. You see though, Cole Baker trying to extend the gap on Allen, but Carter Friesen getting in the way of that number 54. While Corey Williams is struggling back there. You see Anthony Marchese moving his way forward. Edward Ziemba looking for some late adjustments to that number 17 car as he moves his way forward. Jeffrey White though not looking as good, as strong. And that number 11 car, he's fading backwards down the order. Noah Hart threading the needle, trying to get around James Ellison's number 2 as he thrashes his way to the inside. Now Alex Benyako looking underneath that 77. Finally, good riddance of him for now, according to Benyako. And Carter Friesen getting passed by both Allen and Cole Baker. They're gonna be tip-top for now, so the top two looking to run off away from Corey Williams. Benyako as Sean Hard watches up the track. BBJ now to the bottom of the racetrack. Nicholas Guerrero with a great run. In car number 05, he's looking underneath the 43 for that position. Can he get 6th away? Yes, he can. And Nicholas Guerrero now to the 6th spot, looking for even more. BBJ on the inside of his teammate. He's looking for a top 10 run here tonight. Edward Ziemba and Anthony Marchese or Jeffrey White. Noah Hart on the move once again as he just got around Ian Dunn, and now looking to the inside of Jeffrey White. This is crucial in the championship hunt as Hart's going to easily pass him without much of an issue. Justin Johnson, or Garrett Sidner, excuse me, in that 63 getting around Sean Hard, and that's going to help him quite a lot. He's running in the 15th spot right now, make that 14th as he just got around PJ Williams. Joseph Strigley on the back bump with the 63. Sebastian Kukulon, there's PJ Williams. How about Diego Yepes trying to crawl his way into the top 20? He's in 18th. As now RJ Bishop looks low. Sean Hard now getting sent in a 3-wide situation as RJ tried to make a move to the inside but couldn't get there and not able to really capitalize as much. Jack Watkins falling backwards. Scott Roush falling backwards as well. They're not looking too pretty here. They're hoping to get something out of this, but this restart seems to be killing a lot of big names late in the going. We still got a lot of time left, so anything could happen within an instant. This was the battle for the lead. Hannah Allen made a move down the inside of Cole Baker into turn number 3, and just a swift pass off the final corner really just put Hannah Allen in the best spot possible, and just like that, Hannah Allen back to the point. And PJ Williams blowing up on the racetrack and down the front stretch right into Garrett Sidner and RJ Bishop. Heavy damage to both the 99 and the 63. They were having great runs. And now the 42 trying to get down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get out of the way. Looks like Sidner's also trying to come in. They're making contact right behind him. He goes around as Halleck smacks the outside wall. Heavy right side damage to his 94 car. And just like that, the caution's gonna fly. And it all was triggered up when that 42 car blew up on the front stretch. And just like that, he's gonna be out of it. See the car just smoking, and Garrett Sidner and RJ Bishop ran into the back of him. That 42 car was just so slow it really caught them off guard, and it just causes a huge stack up and domino effect right behind him. Watch Sidner, he's also trying to come down pit road, rubbing fenders with Rogers. By then the power steering is gone, just clips into Halleck and Caesar, and around goes the 63, bringing out the caution here. A couple of cautions late in the going, and we might see a lot more based on the characteristics this track has to offer. Once again, the Hydro crew has executed to the fullest potential. This 54 car has been on a tear today, and Cole Baker leading the field down, Hannah Allen second. These guys took 4 tires. Jeffrey White, the only driver to go a little bit unconventional here with a 2-tire stop, has brought them up to the 3rd position. Now this will be the comparison of 2 tires versus 4 tires as Cole Baker leads the field down. Sean Angel immediately dives down to the bottom of Jeffrey White. And just like that, that 11 car is going to lose out here off of turn 2. You can tell the grip the Goodyear tires has, as now Angel's going to make a move for that 2nd spot. Baker trying to defend the race lead, while Carter Friesen himself is looking to get back on the lead lap. Differing agendas across the racetrack is really going to spice up the action. White now stuck in a 3-wide situation. Nicholas Guerrero all the way down the bottom, but Tim Fiegel gets the good run into the corner, and that's going to allow him to fend off that Bluebell car for the time being. Alex Benyako, though, prowling on that number 11, and Corey Williams with a big dive to the inside. He's looking to get around both the 8 and the 11 at the same time. As Jeffrey White continues to wash up the hill, that car not up to temperature, not up to speed compared to those other drivers ahead of him. As he's just dropping like a rock here, they're all just knowing that 11 is not as quick as they envisioned they would be coming into this weekend. And White's just going to be outside the top 10 within a heartbeat, so that's not going to be a good strategy call on the Curtis Racing side. Cole Baker just got around the lap car of Carter Friesen, and that's going to put them in a good little bubble ahead of him and Allen. Allen, though, trying to find a way on the outside of Shaward. She's going to be able to with ease. Tim Fiegel shuts the door on Corey Williams, and that allows Noah Hart to dive down on the inside with Anthony Marchese and Ross Jackson to follow in hot pursuit. And that's a really big gaggle of cars for 4th on back, as Sean Angel's trying to run away, but really the 3rd place car is really looking like he might be able to get the run off of turn number 2, and it looks like he might be able to if Shaward does not dive bomb the corner. Angel's gonna clear for 3rd, while the battle for 4th is on. The teammates of Bishop Jr. and Tim Fiegel going at it. You saw some smoke down pit road. We're going to have to look at that in just a few moments, as Ross Jackson's making a move down the inside, as Tim Fiegel's stuck on the upper groove as he's trying to crawl his way into a top 5 spot. What a day for Ross Jackson. Corey Williams making a move down to the inside. Will Goss having a great comeback in car number 7. How about that? For the Hydra team, they saw the speed with Halleck early in the race. Cole Baker showing exceptional pace here tonight, and Will Goss could get himself a proper top 10 if things go in the right direction, and that is for the 10th spot and car number 7, now P10. The car that blew up was the number 61 of Justin Johnson. A tough break for the Joseph Circuit Racing team, but 2 of their cars running pretty solid in the top 25 and top 20 range. That's not going to be the day they envision in terms of the owners' points battle. They are in big trouble. Noah Hart making a dive to the inside, going for the 4th position. Ross Jackson's going to slot in line, and look at the momentum Hart's going to get off of turn number 4. BBJ, though, a sitting duck on that outside line. Can he break later? No, he can't. Ross Jackson just sends it into the corner. What a dive by Ross Jackson. And he's going to be inside the top 5. Alex Benyako getting hounded by Corey Williams back there, as Tim Fiegel stuck up top. Anthony Marchese having a very quiet run as well. Goss passed him earlier, but he managed to retake the place back. Great run for Anthony Marchese here. Ian Dutta, the pole sitter in this race, wondering what could have been here. The adjustments have really worsened the car as the run has gone, as well as just track position has not been in the favor of this Old Spice machine. He is down in 14th. Austin Rogers having a very good run in that 16th spot. Make that 17th as Joseph Strigley passes him with teammate of James Ellison not too far behind this number 5 car. So Red Bull Racing having a great recovery with the 5 and the 2 car alike. They're looking to have some great momentum coming into 2021. As you see there, Jeffrey White, if you're wondering about him in terms of the championship battle, he's going to lose a crud ton of points, now in 21st. So dismal running for Jeffrey White, as Diego Yepes, Cresta, and Sanders are all within a bundle. So the Rouch family cars are all close together, so no outliers it seems for the time being. But as the laps wind down, we're going to see those tires kick in later on in the race. But right now, though, Cole Baker leads the way, but Hannah Allen is putting the pressure on that 54. Hannah Allen has been chomping at the gap between her and Cole Baker. Both of these drivers hungry for a win this season. Cole Baker looking for his first ever win in the Hardee's National Series, and what a dream it could be for him. Hannah Allen looking for her first win of the season. Felt she's underperformed. Cal Farrell slow on the racetrack. Is that going to bring out the yellow? And that's where we have to see what the lights are going to be, or whether the pace car is going to say so. Yes, it is. Caution's out on the racetrack. That's going to change everything in this race. And Cole, Baker, and Allen did not want to see this, and Baker actually might be in a good spot here, depending on lap traffic here. But we're going to have to wait and see how things are going to pan out. But we saw Cal Farrell slow on the racetrack, a mechanical failure. plaguing that number 31. Tough break for them, and they're kind of on that cut line between the top 30 and underneath, so this is not what they want whatsoever. Everybody basically staying out. Cole Baker leads over Hannah Allen and Sean Angel. Noah Hart 4th, and Ross Jackson in the top 5. Can Cole Baker pull the upset? He's got a handful of laps to do so, and can he get the good launch? Pace car is off turn 4 and down the front stretch. The green flag's going to wave, and Cole Baker up and away. Hannah Allen, though, had a better restart that time around, but Carter Friesen's going to be the big question. Can Baker clear the 92 off turn 2? And will Carter Friesen cooperate with Baker? And yes, he will. Baker's going to get ahead of that 92. That's what he needs. And now Hannah Allen's going to have to find a way to hustle around this beast car if she wants to have a shot at this race win. Sean Angel getting shuffled out of line due to the 77 and the 31. Jackson and Hart as well stuck up top. But looks like Sean Angel might be in a prime position. Hannah Allen's going to dive bomb the corner around Carter Friesen. Has to thrash him about to the top side. And Hannah Allen's going to get by with ease. Sean Angel up to 3rd, closing in on the 0 as well. These two battle it out. Cole Baker is going to love what he's seeing here tonight. Jackson, though, trying to get to the top side. Hart, he's going to be able to get around him into turn number 3. Jackson's not going to be so fortunate. Williams making a move down to the bottom underneath Benyako, and Fiegel also trying to get themselves into better positions in terms of the point standings. The gap between Baker and Allen is 0.5, so half a second is between the 54 and the 0. Sean Angel is only less than a second behind the 54. Noah Hart trying to get around Carter Friesen so he could have a shot at this race win as Ross Jackson closes in on that number 12 as well. Cal Farrell is only a lap down, I believe, after this, so it's not too bad for car number 31. Corey Williams looking around BBJ, and this is what Jeffrey White needs. He needs that 45 to drop down the pecking order as Alex Benyako hits the wall. A good save there, but a lot of right side damage to that number 8 car. Everett Ziemba is going to go 3 wide on Gus, and Joseph Srigley and Sebastian Kukulon's going to join in on the action as well. You notice the intervals between Baker and Allen continuing to decrease. It's now 2 car lengths between the 0 and the 54. Allen knows she's got a faster car than Cole Baker, but the matter at hand is, can she find a way to get past that number 54? Great run off of turn 4. Here she goes. Can she make the move down into turn number 1? She's looking underneath Baker, but Baker's gonna shut the door. Great defense from the Food Lion machine, but Allen, great run down the backstretch. Will she go for it? Yes, she will. Big dive to the inside. Hannah Allen's gonna look for the race lead. Side by side off of turn number 4, they're gonna be neck and neck across the line. Allen's gonna eke him off, and into turn number 1, the big send goes Hannah Allen and the IKEA machine up front, and CM Racing's number 0 to the point here at Memphis late in the going. Cole Baker drops to 2nd as Sean Angel's now feeling the pressure from Hart and Ross Jackson, and Jackson's found some great speed in that Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. Hart's trying to figure something out, but Ross Jackson's rejecting that claim because here he goes. He's looking for the 4th position around Hart, and he's going to do so with ease. Jackson's on a mission right now. Could you imagine? Last up first in a Flying Aces car. This team has struggled all season, and Jackson's trying to pick up the pieces for the organization. The resignation, or the re-signing that contract extension, trying to help Ross Jackson's favor out. Austin Rogers trying to get himself a great spot. He's in 14th, just past Tim Fiegel and Ian Dutta. Brandon Crest is trying to crack the top 20 once again. Logan Cloud, the damaged race car, is doing relatively well in that number 4 car as BBJ looks low underneath Alex Benyako. BBJ falling a little bit backwards in this race as well, but Hannah Allen up front, the gap increasing this time around. Almost half a second is the gap between Allen and Baker. Angel, though, now under pressure from Jackson. Jackson, though, he's trying to find something with that 25 car. He's actually clocked in the fastest lap of the race, so the Flying Aces car on a tear here. Allen, though, just having to mind her P's and Q's, trying to save those tires up, but really, I don't think there's a point in saving those tires because you might as well just try and run away from second on back. Cole Baker, even so, a great run for him. Sean Angel, though, trying to fend off for third. Ross Jackson's all over the back bumper of Sean Angel's Waffle House machine. As Jackson, though, he's just kind of playing it patient, hoping that 44 makes a mistake. Corey Williams in the 6th position, Anthony Marchese 7th, there's BBJ in 8th, Alex Benyako 9th, and Scott Roush, great climb up towards the top 10. Right behind him, though, Fiegel and Kukulon going at it. As there you see James Ellison, there's Jack Porkins here. Look at Patrick Smith in car number 29, what an effort for him. As you see the damage just starting to kick in on the screen, but even so, a lot of drivers having exceptionally good runs on the racetrack. Edward Ziemas trying to get inside the top 10. Great comeback for him. Their car hasn't been as quick all season, or really in this race to be exact, so correction there. So a top 10, I'd say, be a good win in their book. But Jackson again closing in on Angel. He just really hasn't been able to do anything to get around that 44 car. Angel's just putting up a great fight against that Dr. Pepper car, but it's a matter of when that driver will make a mistake. Baker's able to keep his distance away from Sean Angel, but even so, even if he doesn't make a mistake, it's still going to cost him a lot of time here because Hannah Allen is not able to really pull away from this 54 car as there's only a few laps to go in the race. Hannah Allen leads. Cautions out on the racetrack. That's going to be the game decider, and Hannah Allen just has to cruise on home. Caution out, smoke on the backstretch. We're going to have to see what happened to bring this caution out, but this might have saved Hannah Allen. And for some other drivers that were really opportunistic in terms of gaining track position, this might have helped them a lot too at the end of the day. But we're going to have to see what brought out the caution, but I think a lot of drivers wanted this race to end under green, because this is kind of been a bit of a wreck fest to be exact. But even so, there's Ellison. He's got damage on his car. He's down pit road, so tough break for the two. We know he's going to be one of those drivers involved in the wreck, so let's take a look at what happened. So this actually happened with Sean Ard and James Ellison. The 77 tightens up off the second corner, hits the wall, bounces into Jack Porkins into the path of Ellison. Daniel Day then turns the 41, just lack of space to be exact, and they're on. And you can only do so much of this short track, and that short track racing for you, just not much space at the end. And unfortunately for Porkins and a couple of others, they were having pretty solid days, and it's just not going to be the day for them that they envisioned. Here they come off turn number 4. The white flag is going to fly. The race will end under caution here. And Hannah Allen has been waiting for another win in the Hardee's National Series, and how about that for car number 0? This team has struggled all season long, and looking like she's good to go on fuel. Cole Baker ran an exceptionally good race, and even though that second place may be gut-killing for them, even so, they should be very proud of the efforts they've been going through. Hydra's been kind of struggling these past few races, but they're really starting to pick up the pieces once again, so we could see them up front further on in the season, or maybe even in 2021. We're just going to have to wait and see. Sean Angel impressive third. Jackson, one of the biggest marchers of the day, and to say he's had an adventure would be an understatement. Dead last to 4th here tonight. Great Ephraim and Noah Hart rounding out your top 5, but coming off the final corner, Hannah Allen is going to find victory lane here at Memphis, breaking that winless drought. And even so, that winless drought was short-lived for the CM team, and they're going to get all their cars in victory lane this year, and Hannah Allen has finally gotten that threshold. As we noted though, the top 5, Noah Hart 5th, Corey Williams 6th, Anthony Marchese in 7th. BBJ keeps that consistency streak going. P8 for him, gaining on his rivals. Alex Benyako 9th, and Scott Roush, your top 10. Great racing all around, a bit of chaotic action, a lot of mechanical failures plaguing some drivers in the going, and as a result, it knocked a lot of big names out of it. Jeffrey White, for those wondering, coming into this race 2nd in points. That's not going to be likely the case, finishing 26th, so dismal run for them. The strategy just was costly for them, and that's going to hurt them in this championship hunt. Still got a long amount of races left, or a good few amount of races left in the season. We're going to have to wait and see who will be crowned for the 2020 championship. we're going to take you to the rest of the race results. And as always, thank you for watching the Hardee's National Series.